What makes a Grand Slam final so unforgettable? Is it the trophy at the end? Is it the loud crowd? Or is it that deep pressure when one player is only a few points away from glory while the other is fighting with everything left inside? Grand Slam finals are not normal matches. They are the biggest moments in tennis. They are the matches that can change a career in one day. A player can work for years, suffer through pain, doubt, and long, hard seasons, and still need one perfect performance to become a true legend. That is why these finals feel different. The air feels heavier. Every point feels bigger. Every mistake hurts more. And every brave shot can live forever. In this video, we are going through the most dramatic Grand Slam finals ever. These are the matches that gave fans pressure, heartbreak, comebacks, and history. Some of them lasted for hours. Some turned on just one moment. Some broke hearts. Some created legends. And if you stay with me until the end, I will show you the one final that many people still call the greatest and most dramatic title match tennis has ever seen. To understand these matches, we first need to understand what makes a Grand Slam final so special. Tennis has 4 Grand Slam tournaments each year: the Australian Open, the French Open, Wimbledon, and the US Open. These are the biggest prizes in the sport. Winning one can change how the world sees a player forever. It can turn a great player into a champion. It can turn a champion into an icon. And it can turn one bad day into a memory that never goes away. In many sports, there are teammates to help you. In tennis, there is nowhere to hide. It is only you, your mind, your body, your serve, your fear, your courage. That is what makes tennis so dramatic. In a Grand Slam final, every player stands alone under huge pressure. Millions are watching. Every movement matters. Every choice matters. 1 second of doubt can cost a title. One moment of belief can change history. That is why fans remember these finals so clearly. They do not only remember the score, they remember the feeling, they remember the tension, they remember the look on a player's face before match point. They remember the crowd rising to its feet. They remember the silence before a serve. They remember how one player looked finished, then somehow found the strength to fight back. These finals stay alive because they are not just sports events. They feel like stories. They have heroes, rivals, pain, hope, and moments that no one can fully predict. Even when a match seems over, tennis has a way of pulling it back into chaos. A missed forehand, a lucky net cord, a double fault, a brilliant passing shot. Suddenly, the match changes. Suddenly, history moves in a new direction. Some Grand Slam finals are dramatic because the level is so high that both players seem almost perfect. They hit big shots again and again. They defend like their lives depend on it. Neither wants to give an inch. The pressure keeps growing, but the quality stays high. Those finals feel like a test of greatness. Other finals are dramatic because of the story behind them. Maybe one player is chasing a record. Maybe one player is trying to return after injury. Maybe the match is part of a deep rivalry that has already shaped an era of tennis. In those cases, every point carries even more meaning. The players are not only fighting for a trophy, they are fighting for pride, for revenge, for a place in history. And then there are finals that become dramatic because of the way they unfold. One player starts fast, the other looks lost. The crowd thinks the story is already written. But then something changes. A break of serve, a harder stare, a stronger first serve, a little more belief. Slowly, the match turns. What looked like an easy win becomes a battle. What looked dead suddenly comes alive. Those are the matches that pull fans to the edge of their seats. Because now it is no longer only about skill. It is about nerve. Who will stay calm? Who will panic? Who will trust their game when the pressure becomes almost too much to carry? This is why the best Grand Slam finals are often the most painful and beautiful matches in tennis. They show the sport at its highest level, but they also show the human side of sport. They show fear. They show tired legs. They show shaking hands. They show missed chances that can haunt a player for years. They also show courage, real courage, the kind that appears when a player is tired, behind, and close to defeat, but still refuses to stop fighting. That is the kind of drama that fans never forget. Not because it is loud, but because it feels real. It shows what pressure can do to a person. It can crush them, or it can reveal something great inside them. Over the years, tennis has given us many amazing Grand Slam finals. Some were battles between legends at the peak of their powers. Some were surprise fights where an underdog came close to changing everything. Some lasted so long that the players could barely stand by the end. And some had endings so cruel, so narrow, and so emotional that fans still talk about them as if they happened yesterday. These were not simple wins and losses. They were emotional storms. They tested everything: skill, fitness, patience, focus, and heart. That is why they matter so much, because when the pressure is at its highest, tennis shows its true face. And maybe that is what makes Grand Slam finals so powerful. They give us something rare. They give us a clean, simple fight between two people who both want the same dream, but only one can have it. There is no place to run. No one else can take the racket for you. No one else can serve for you. In those moments, the court becomes a stage, and every shot becomes part of a larger story. A story about greatness, a story about failure, a story about what happens when the best players in the world are pushed to their limits. So before we jump into the first unforgettable final on this list, remember this. The matches you are about to hear about were not only important because of who won, they matter because of how they made people feel. They gave fans stress, shock, joy, and heartbreak. They gave tennis some of its greatest moments. And they prove that a final can be more than a championship match. It can become a memory that stays alive for years. Now, with that pressure, that history, and that emotion in mind, let us begin with one of the most famous and dramatic Grand Slam finals ever played.